This is Lifeguard Tower, go ahead.
We're not respiratory rate. Sorry, mate. You got a pulse? Go.
Mid-afternoon, and Harries spots a beginner on a bodyboard. The rip is sweeping him out to the giant waves crashing onto the point.
The young bloke was about 200 metres offshore, so I knew I had a bit of a paddle on my hands to get out to him. But when the swell's up like this, you know, you can lose someone so quick, and that thought of losing a young bloke in a big swell like this, it'd take ages for us to even search for his body.
I think he's going to have to go up the boat ramp. Why people go out in conditions like today, I've got no idea.
Over this way. I approached the guy, and the first thing I tell all of them if they've got boards is take the leg rope off. They don't want to let go. Everyone wants to hold something. Everyone likes their blankie.
Yeah, let go. You want to take your board off your arm. Did you take the board off your arm?
I don't want his board hitting me. I don't want to hit him in the head, and it's going to get in the way when I'm paddling.
Backed up against the rocks, Harries battles to make open water.
I don't want to be anywhere near the rocks. You come near the rocks, you get injured, you get sucked down the face, something happens to you. I want to stay on the board and I want to stay in water.
The bodyboarder's name is Josh, a visitor from interstate. He tries desperately to help paddle.
You can see the swell increase and the sets are getting bigger. All of a sudden, the wild, nature owns you.
Oh, shit. Harry's in a bad spot here.
Unable to penetrate the waves, Harries finds a soft landing on the rocks.
I'm up the face of the rocks. I'm standing now. Come here.
All of a sudden, another one was coming, and I went, oh no, he's gone.
Natural instinct is to run away from the crashing wave, but Harries knows he must do the opposite.
Into the wave. Jump into the wave. And then we just leap. Go. It washes us back up onto the spot that we're actually standing in. So, you know, we are so damn lucky. I see a second wave approaching, and I've just got to get this bloke. I've got to get him to run across the rock ledge and get him out of there.
Don't worry about the board, get up the rock.
But almost immediately, another victim is identified.
I look straight back in the rib, and there's a second guy in the same spot on his board. There's no way in hell he's getting out of it.
Come this way.
If I paddle back through that rib, I've got 10 to 12 foot waves that are crushing. I need him to come out through that rib to me so I can guide him up to the boat ramp.
Come this way. Jump on in. Keep coming. That's it, baby. Keep coming. Keep coming.
The second patient has paddled up right beside me. I've got him out right beside me and I said, take your leg rope off.
Hurry up.
Same as the bodyboard. I don't want the board anywhere near me.
Take the board, jump on this one.
The board has been hired from a local surf shop, and the man doesn't want to lose his deposit.
He's arguing with me. Let that board go. Let the board go. Shut up. He wants the board.
Paddling back to shore against the rip is impossible. So, Harries aims for the boat ramp nearby.
So I'm trying to utilise the ocean now. I'm trying to go with the strength of the ocean and come right up that boat ramp.
Harries has moments to get the man to safety before the next set of monster waves.
So we come really close to the ramp and I try and get him off the board so I can at least just dock him on the boat ramp. The swell just pulls down again. He's not out of the woods. He's a couple of metres still off the rocks. And I just thought to myself, oh God, this is it. You know, if I don't get him up in the next couple of seconds, he could die. Come down, give him a hand. I had these critical seconds where I just knew if he didn't get up the rocks, it was all over. And then I've seen the wave approach. I didn't want to go up the rock face myself, so I had to turn the board around and I had to go into the swell. I just seen on the corner of my eyes, I seen him get docked, and he was going up those rocks nice and quick. It was a lot of relief for me. Like, I had a smile on my face. You've just saved two guys that pretty much, would have drowned or gone under.
Harries even manages to rescue the hire board, so the man, an English backpacker, won't lose his rental deposit. Bondi's newest lifeguard, Italian Mario Marfella, is faced with a serious rescue. But it's also an opportunity to prove himself to senior lifeguard Kerbox.
Yeah, we could obviously tell as soon as we jumped in the Reidy this was going to be a serious one. Although it was only a small day, it was quite close to shore, we could see these two people were in serious trouble.
When I got the board, I had to make the quickest decision because there was two persons in the water. I seen one at the boogie board. I realized that the guy was in the most dangerous situation, so I went straight into that guy. I paddled as fast as I could. I put him on, and he started to say to me, my wife, my wife, my wife.
She's flooding.
As I stay calm, she can float.
Okay, thanks.
If the woman can't swim and loses hold of the boogie board, the situation could quickly become a tragedy.
So as soon as I brought the man to the shore, I spun around and started paddling as fast as I could for his wife.
If anyone's ever been stuck in a rip, you get quite exhausted trying to fight against it. And as this guy got brought back to shore by Mario, he kind of collapses. You could physically see he was drained.
When I got back to the shore, I started reassuring them and asking if they swallow any water. They answered no, which was good.
It's okay, guys. All right, buddy. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. We're here for this.
So the moment they hug each other, and they say to themselves, yes, we're still alive. That was so good for me because it just made me realize that we're here for this,
The man, a New Zealand tourist, and his wife, who's from Korea, are grateful to the new lifeguard, Mario from Italy.
My wife can't swim, so I was just panicking about her. Right?
Oh, you're very, very scary. Yeah.
Oh, my body's just got no energy left in it. That was intense.
It was a big day at the beach. Surf was 8 foot. Getting towards the end of the day, and there was nobody down North Bondi at all, so I just went and sat in the corner. Somebody came up to me and said that a lady had drifted right out, and I actually didn't even see her go out.
The north corner is really dangerous, when there's big surf. So Singlets and I were racing down the Rhino, full speed, knowing that anything can happen, and the sooner we get there, the quicker we can respond to the patient.
With this big swell, it just pushes out that north corner.
There was a lot of surfers in the water that afternoon, and I was asking where she'd gone. They pointed me in the right direction, and sure enough, she'd drifted 100 metres up the beach and was in need of help.
A surfer keeps the woman afloat with his board until Hoppo arrives.
When the surf's big, there's usually only surfers in the water. And to see a middle-aged woman is unusual in big stuff. And yeah, she was definitely out of the league, and she was basically not the type of person you'd expect to be out and surf that big. You know, when the surf's big, it's a lot more serious. You got to be a lot more careful, because if something goes wrong, then you're in the big stuff.
I was really concerned. I knew Chappo was going to struggle to get this girl in. It was a really difficult rescue. All right, Chappo's just sneaking into the impact zone. Hey boys, just watch him here. It's really nasty, that impact zone.
Yeah, Deano, I've got the eyes on it, mate. It is pretty heavy in there.
The impact zone is the area where the waves break. Chappo hopes for a lull in the swell as he paddles in.
Unfortunately, the ocean's very unpredictable, and the big swells did arrive right when Chappo didn't need them to.
Here comes the set, mate. Gonna get a set on his head in a minute.
We were confronted with a big wave just about to land right on us. And she just bailed out and dove under the wave.
Oh, no. She's just got absolutely smashed. Being hit by a big wave right in that impact zone sort of feels like you're in a washing machine. It throws you round and round. You can't see anything. It's dark. You don't know which way's up.
As the white wash settles, Chappo and the patient can't be seen. Harrison uses the rip running along the rocks to get out as fast as possible.
I'm on the binoculars waiting to see two heads. I want to see two people hop up. I want to make sure they're all right.
Finally, Chappo and the woman are spotted.
And there I am with this lady. I've got a couple more sets to deal with and I've got no board, so it wasn't the ideal situation to be in.
A panicked patient could potentially drown a lifeguard in that situation in the impact zone as they're trying to get some air to breathe, a survival reflex. So we want to get some help, and Chappo would want to keep the patient calm. Two important things.
I was having a few words to her, just telling her to stay calm, you're fine, you're keeping your head above water, you're going to be okay.
Harrison reaches Chappo and the woman and quickly gets her onto the board.
I was very fortunate to catch a runner back to the beach, and once she's on that wave, she kind of realised she's out of that tricky situation. We kind of knew we were out of that tricky situation as well, so she had a smile on her face, she's, cheered a bit, and once she got on that sand, I think she was very happy.
I don't do many rescues like that where we're just swimming in and it's just about keeping the patient calm.
I know better. Normally I don't go when it's like that. But today I just need to swim and I went. I should have been. I'm going to go in the pool now.
Yeah, it's lifeguard.
This is lifeguard tower, go ahead.
Mate, they're calling resus.
Down at the North Flag. Beauty's coming down with the defib.
Whippet and Jake race from the south corner.
Copy that, mate. We're heading north. Just keep an eye on that south corner.
Copy, mate. I'll call an ambulance.
Kerbox and Jesse must cut through the middle of the beach.
Wait. We're not respiration, right? Yeah. All right, mate. You got a pulse? Yeah. Okay, pump. Box, you have a set, and then let me in when you need a breather.
Do we have any air wins? Oral air wins?
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 1, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
Have a few of
Stand by. I've got a pulse. You've got a pulse? I've got a pulse.
Yeah.
I've got a pulse. Hang on. Still got a strong pulse.
Yeah, me too. Here we go. I'm just going to slowly respirate her. That's all right. She's breathing.
Still breathing.
She's breathing now.
Good.
We've got the defib on. Okay. Do we have a history of what happened here? Anyone?
So I ran here, I saw it.
On the sand or out of the water?
She was in the water.
In the water?
She was in the water.
Okay. You know what? Do we know how it happened or?
No.
All right.
With no friends or family to verify what happened, lifeguards must take precautions in case the woman has damaged her spine.
Yeah. Can you watch your hand there, please?
Okay, I'm going to take I'm taking off.
Got it? Someone hit a neck. That's it.
Deano tries to locate paramedics whose vehicles are parked next to the tower.
Yeah, info guys are there. There's a truck here, but we can't see the paramedics.
Norm should be on the beach somewhere. I can see his ambo car. Got him here, Deano.
Good work, Matty.
Come on, move!
Paramedic Norm Spalding helps train the lifeguards and is regarded as one of the best in the business.
Okay, boys. Let the dog see the rabbit. What have we got? Is she conscious or unconscious? Unconscious at the minute. Is she breathing out on her own?
Yeah, she's breathing out on her own.
Good boys, well done.
Good work. Good work.
If the woman has suffered a spinal injury, it's vital she is kept immobilised.
Can you open your eyes for me?
But then, she vomits.
On a side. Head 3, 2, 1. Can you get me a glove, someone?
Airways always takes priority for us because she'd swallowed so much water, we knew it was going to come back out.
Well, you certainly stimulated the airway. That's great. While she's over on the side, bring your board over and lay it along her back.
As lifeguards stabilise the woman on the spinal board, she regains consciousness.
On your call, Whippet. Ready?
On the
You happy
airway.
to roll? 3, 2, 1. Let's roll. Nice and stable.
Just relax. Just relax for us. Just relax.
When you've got a lady like that, unconscious and not responding, one of us who's not sort of hands-on is looking for family, looking for friends.
Everything sort of changed when we found out she was actually down here with her son.
A member of the public identifies a boy looking for his mother.
The kid over there in the green shorts, he's got Down syndrome. He doesn't know that it's his mom.
Bondi Essential. I've got the ladies and the son's clothing.
He actually had Down syndrome and he had no idea what was going on or where his mum was.
And I've got a number. I'm just going to call.
Will she answer? Maybe? No? We'll try anyway. Yeah, we'll try. 0414.
The boy's mother is in a critical condition.
His collar's come.
Jake decides not to tell him what has happened.
It's really hard because if he sees his mother laying on the ground with a defib strapped to her, it's not something that anyone would want to see.
Yeah, you're right. No answer. Then you're going to go with the ambulance and you're going to go with your mum to the hospital, okay? And they'll take after you. So we'll pack up all your stuff.
He was 23 years old and he was down here with his mother. They were Thai Australian. They lived in Western Sydney and I think they caught the train down.
The ambulance is coming and you'll go for a ride in the ambulance, okay? With your mum.
Let's get some hands on. Whoever's on the head, stay on the head. You do nothing else. You're doing the head. On the count of 3, 3, lift. Up.
You just stay nice and still for us.
Okay, guys, I've got the head. I'm going to take control.
Moving a patient off the beach, again, spinal care comes into it because you've got a bumpy surface to get across.
Slow as. Let's go.
We'll need you to help.
Go, Jess.
You need as many hands as you can on deck and we're driving super slow. Worst case, they can go back unconscious, stop breathing, lose their pulse, and we've got to start all over again.
We're going to go alongside and we're going to carry her up the ramp. Roger.
All right, Jess.
It was quite intense because she was just screaming.
I'm going to take over the head. We're going to roll off the board, okay? 2, 3, roll.
Look at the board.
2, 3, back.
Keep breathing. That's it. A few local people that sort of jerried onto what was going on and they offered us a bit of help.
Oh, kisses.
She had a couple of little dogs and we were using them as a just sort of a distraction.
Oh, kiss. He's very soft, isn't he?
Because he was still
3.